Rajkot. So majority of you have completed either your undergraduation or are in final year of your UG studies. At this point, you are planning to study further and complete your post-graduation in computer applications. You need to understand the different career paths which are available to you and amongst those, which one is suitable to you. This webinar is intended to address majority of the frequently asked questions related to computer applications career. I am glad to introduce today's speaker, Professor Dr. R. Sridharan, who has got more than 26 years of academic experience with leading educational institutions at senior academic positions. Currently, he is Dean of Faculty of Computer Applications, Marward University. I also extend my warm welcome to Dr. Sunil Bajeja, HOD, Computer Applications, and Ms. Dimple Chauhan, Program Coordinator of Cybersecurity, who have also joined us to address your questions at the end of this session. You can post all your queries related to this webinar whenever you come across using the Q&A section given bottom at the Zoom screen, and we will try to address maximum queries in the question answer session. Now, not taking much of your time, I would like to invite Dr. R. Sridharan to take this session further. Sir, please.
Very good morning, my dear students who have shown interest in this webinar and who have taken part in this session. Wish you happy morning to one and all. As Kinjalbert rightly said, this webinar we have carefully prepared by considering the frequently asked questions by students like you who would like to take computer applications as a career. We have considered majority of the questions in this session. Besides them, if you have any other additional information you need to know about this computer application career, you can use the Q&A session. We will try to address all your queries. This seminar we have also taken into consideration to provide you maximum data possible or realistic data we have taken from very, very important surveys across the world. Those surveys including NASSCOM, LinkedIn, Forbes, Statistica, and PayScale. From there, we have gathered a lot of facts and figures. We are here to present it to you, such kind of information also. And the video also we are trying to provide it important context to you. Now over to the session. Now let us talk about the computer applications at a glance. See, go to the next one. So at this juncture, I happily invite all of you, congratulate every one of you who have graduated. You have completed your graduation successfully despite the pandemic situation. Even though your mark sheets are yet to come, it is right time to think one step ahead, like what computer applications can offer for interested students like you. Now there is one question which is in everybody's mind, like how come this information technology or computer applications is very, very prominent over many years? We come across many the industry, the sudden growth of the IT industry over 2 or 3 decades. And IT companies are one of the companies, they pay very well. Okay, the different people employed over there. So how come it is a prominent? There are very good reasons for that. Number one is application development. If you take up, it is ever growing. Once upon a time when computer got introduced, it was used only for scientific applications, right? For astronauts and other people started using, because computers can calculate things very, very precisely. From that, people started making use of computers for business applications also. Once they understood that computers can be used in business applications, then sudden growth has come. Many people wanted to computerize. They wanted to switch over from manual processing to the computer-based processing because of the advantages. Advantage means, you know very well, computers are very fast in calculating the things. Computer has got a huge memory capacity. They can do any task repeatedly without any much errors involved. They are automatic in nature. So because of this, many people studied, understood the importance of computerization. So they wanted to modernize their business, and there is a huge demand for computer application developers at any point of time. Second point is growth in business and globalization. Now, people sitting at Rajkot were in a position to do business only with the small surroundings. People at Chennai, they will do the business only at the small surroundings. Those days are gone. Now there is no barrier geographically. Anybody can communicate with any part of the world. A lot of websites wherever you do the transaction like Flipkart, eBay, Amazon, they don't care about the location, right? They are sitting at some place that serve the entire world. So just imagine the power of IT that have played a huge role in the computer applications. So we need to have, suppose we want to go to a new place also, hiring a taxi is very easy through the particular app. Getting an accommodation in the hotel is also very easy using the particular app. These are some of the great things we can keep talk about the computers. Then this field provides a huge number of job opportunities, either in the IT sector or in the IT enabled sector. IT sector, they are manufacturing softwares, anything other than the IT sector, but they are using computers for their growth. They are all called IT enabled sector. Say the manufacturing, they use computer application. Pharmaceutical company, they use computerization. Any mechanical industry or electrical industry, without computerization, there is nothing. Even a civil engineer has to draft all his drawing in the AutoCAD package. So this is the power of computer applications. So if you take computer applications as your career, 100% job assurance is there in IT sector or IT enabled sector. If you don't want to go for a job, next option is always available. This is the field that provides you self-employment opportunity also. How many people like you have started their career as a website developer, web programmer, mobile application developer, and so on? Without the need to work for a company, they can be the boss. They can give jobs to many people. That is the surety the computer applications provide. You cannot see any computer graduate wandering in the streets for the need of a job. Either they will easily get or they can start their own enterprise. IT support is a must, as I told you, in every nook and corner of our professional life. Without IT, you cannot be considered as a professional at all. Let's go to the next one. So people who want to migrate at this juncture from other field to computer application, sir, what is this computer applications? The answer I need not tell, it is there in the mobile. These are the apps you come across every day, you are using every day. This is the biggest domain in the computer industry. Say the industry applications or gaming applications, whatever you have in a mobile, and whatever you use the cloud-based system, mobile applications, financial application like Tally, Paytm, and all. Go to next. We also have a movie entertainment, online learning, travel, social media. These are the things are good examples of computer application. See their market share. How many customers they have captured. See, when we wake up in the morning, the first thing we want to see is a social media, irrespective of the age. Even I'm also doing. That is the power of computer applications. Go to next. So now I'm here to show a couple of surveys which we have taken up from the NASSCOM. Very, very trustworthy survey. We can do that. This first survey talks about the increase in revenue of the IT industries in the last 2 decades. Decades are 10 years. In 20 years of time, what is the growth? We just nowhere in the picture in 1999, maybe just 4 billion US dollars. The businesses were doing somewhere in US were the biggest player of IT, and next to that UK. The entire world was depending upon the US market and UK market only. Now how the growth is, it is almost reaching $180 billion business. It's a revenue. It is meeting every year. It is just a recent survey. which has got published in February 2020 by the NASSCOM. Let's have the one more survey now. Now, this survey talks about the rise in number of employees in IT. How much employees are added in the IT industry in the last 20 years. If you see that we were again nowhere in the picture in 1999, now it is almost touched around 4.5, it is crossed. 4.1 to 4.5 in millions employees are available in computer applications, and the domain computer application is able to cater to this many families also. Just think of that. Go to next. Now here, people who want to know that the rapid changes are inevitable in computer applications. So what are the technologies, top 5 technologies as of now, maybe next 5 to 10 years, what technologies are going to rule the kingdom, rule the country, we are going to see. For that, we have considered a lot of important surveys, as I told you, and based upon the 6 or 7 important surveys we have considered, we would like to present the top 5 technologies here. Number 1 is cloud computing, right? Cloud computing provides the facility to rent, to hire the infrastructure, the software, the hardware, whatever you want. You need not go and invest on it again and again. You can simply pay and get the services done. That is the basic. Artificial intelligence and machine learning, that you know very well. Hardly there is any industry without the application of artificial intelligence. We are just trying to transplant our intelligence to computer system so that it works independently without much intervention by the human being. This is the second thing. Third is the big data. We are living in the world of big data only. Any social media, a lot of data available. Your own email, lot of data. This conversation itself is going to provide a lot of data. From the data, different type of data, how are we going to arrive at an information? That's all about the big data. But the next thing is a cyber security. Whenever there is a growth in threats also, cyber threats also. We come across a lot of bank fraud, okay, ATM fraud, debit card, credit card frauds, and forgery of your information, mutilating your personal web page, or I will create a personal web page like you. These are the problems happen, how to protect ourselves, how to bring the awareness in you, how to protect our family, how to protect our company. This is being taught in the cyber security. Finally, robotic process automation. It's automatic kind of programming. Say search engine, all other things and all, they are automatic programming. Like robot is an automatic machine. Same automaticity I want to impart in a program also so that it carries up some jobs. These are the 5 technologies available which are going to rule the country or the universe in the next 5 to 10 years to come. I'm going to give a supporting video to provide more details about this technology. Over to video, Dr. Kalpesh. that. So what does this survey say? Basically, just to provide the gist of this survey, artificial intelligence, the growth is expected in 2023, 270%. Can you imagine? 270% of growth is expected in the artificial intelligence, and 267 billion global market it is going to capture in the year 2027. And as far as cloud computing is concerned, it is going to meet a revenue of 331 billion US dollars in 2022, and is going to offer different job opportunities varying from 4 lakhs to 19 lakhs per annum. And as big data is concerned, and 53% of market it is going to capture in 2021, and which is going to give a job offer of 4 lakhs to 175 lakhs per annum. RPA, on the other hand, it is going to meet a revenue of $2.9 billion by 2021. 3.5 lakhs to 10.5 lakhs of job opportunities are going to be available for you. And finally, the cyber security, it is a $270 billion business. It is going to meet in 2026, going to offer a job opportunity of 2.5 lakh to 23 lakh. That is going to be approximately 31% of job growth by the end of 2021. So computer application prepares you in any one of the fields depending upon your taste and preferences through the appropriate electives. Can I have the next one? So now again, we are going to consolidate the career opportunities. What we are going to talk about is, we have already spoken, career opportunities in the emerging IT trends, just we come across from the video. Go to next. This is the generic opportunities. People are aware, like ever since computer applications have started, these are the job opportunities already available in the field of design, development, testing, that is evaluation, training. People who do not want to go for a job, they want to get attached with the teaching industry, it's possible. You know about the growth of several teaching industries, including the Coursera and so on. In this pandemic situation, hardly anyone who made use of this kind of online learning is very, very rare. Then system administration is yet another opportunity. This is a generic opportunity the computer applications provide. And we will also take up one more set of opportunities. The next slide, that is career opportunities in cybersecurity. Before that, we will see the growth of the salary also. KP? Yeah, this is the salary being offered in the different designations, right from the web developer to program manager. There are a lot of salary slabs available, and we need not wait for something. If you are achiever, you are able to take up the challenges in that thing. Quick promotions are always offerable at the IT industry. We have a student who is going to talk about her journey with Marwadi after some time, and she's the one, she's got 3 offers while she studied here in Marwadi. All 3 were premium offers. Once she joined the company, every year there is a promotion. She has completed 3 years. Now her total elevation is around 100% in her IT industry. Let's go to the next one. These are the career opportunities in cybersecurity sector. We have a digital forensics, right? If you have a formatted hard disk, it is always possible to collect the various information from that. We have a cybersecurity, we have a network security, training, and so on. These are the opportunities. It is available at every company you come across in the IT sector. Let us go to the next one. Let us see the salary opportunities of cybersecurity being offered. As per the source, Indian School of Ethical Hacking, we have an average salary of 3.5 lakh per annum being offered for a certified ethical hacker. And at the maximum, people will be getting around 12 lakhs for the information security manager. This is the wide scope of jobs being offered, salary being offered in the different industries. First, we saw the unique career opportunities in the new age thing. Second, we saw the traditional job opportunities and the salary structure being offered. Now, special domain, which is coming up, is a cybersecurity domain. We also saw what are the career opportunities as well as the salary being offered to them. Let's have the next one. Now, the next question is, last year, AICTE has relaxed the eligibility criteria to include any graduate Any graduate can take up computer applications. Previously, only BCA students or BSc IT students were in a position to take up MCA or other computer applications program. Now there is a reason behind it. There is no requirement of any mathematics. There is no requirement of somebody has to do the computers in the UG without having the fundamental definition of computers. They can take up a postgraduate program in computer applications. AICT has felt about it. They have introduced the changes in the eligibility criteria. Like any degree holder can take up computer application. We will see the eligibility criteria later in detail. Now, you as a student can test. You can do a self-test, just as we do blood test or a BP test, self-assessment test. We can do a test for yourself by asking simple 5 questions to know, am I eligible? Am I fit to undergo a computer application program? The first and foremost thing, the ability to think logically. Do you have the ability to think logically? What is logical thinking? A step-by-step analysis. Even for a small function, maybe your birthday function or any other function you want to carry at your home, you need to think logically, one after another. Right from calling the people till delivering the food menu item, you have a lot of step-by-step thinking available. If you are able to think any problem logically, welcome to computer applications. Second, the ability to interact and make connections. You know that this is a fact. Now jobs are being granted to you based upon your connections. Connections may be physical friends or through your social media, because every connection you got could bring out a lot of revenue to the organization. So marketing to them will be much easier than marketing to the third person, because trust is already developed between you and your friend circle. So do you have the ability to make connections? That's the second question you need to ask you. Third, am I willing to solve problems? Even if you come across a newspaper, there is a crossword puzzle. Am I interested to show some interest out of it? I'm just seeing the mobile, there is an app like Angry Birds. How this Angry Bird somebody has created, how the graphics would have made, how I press the click, how it is going to happen, how I'm changing the difficulty level. If you think in that way, then you are probably the right person to take up the computer applications. And you should basically have an interest in taking up challenges. Challenges are going to be part of the life. Problem solving is going to come with you every time. Plus, those who are prepared to take part in the challenges, you people are the right persons to do computer applications. Who spend more time on the mobile, gadgets, you are the right person for the computer applications basically. Go to the next one. Yes, now it is time to think about the FOC and offering for you. Faculty of Computer Applications is a part of Marwadi University. Earlier, it got started as MEFG, Marwadi Education Foundation's group of institutions, largest integrated campus of this region. And we offer 3 UG programs and 2 3-year program, basically BCA and BSc IT, and 1 4-year program, BSc, BCA Honors. And you, as a people graduates, we have 2 openings for you. One is MCA, second is a MSc Cybersecurity and Cyber Law. Both of them are 2-year program. MCA, you know that if you are very particular in traditional opportunities like design, development and all, MCA is a correct solution. You can blindly pick it up. Suppose you feel like you're not so good in programming, but I'm interested to operate upon different tools and technologies, then probably you'll be the right candidate for MSc Cybersecurity. We will see more in the next slides. Next. Now let us see the learning objectives of MCA. Why MCA? What MCA is going to offer and who are the right candidates? All the 3 this slide is going to answer. The MCA course has been started by a joint venture of industry people and academicians. So they thought like there was a course needed to fully address the requirement of IT industry. IT is not only programming. IT, one part of the IT industry is the programming. Somebody has run a program, you need to correct the errors in the program. You need to maintain the file system in the program. You need to maintain the database. You need to grant permission of access. You need to take up the overall control of the system and IT industry. And you need to communicate very well with the customer also. If any course that is going to address all these requirements of IT industry, the one and only course available to you is the MCA program. Logic formation is a part of this program. We are also going to give a maturity to handle structured query as well as unstructured query and so on. You are also will be equipped to know the debugging skills. Debugging is correcting and detecting the errors of the program. And we are also going to provide how to satisfy, how to understand the customer's requirement and convert it into a technical document. Programming, yes, it is going to be part of it. Where it comes, it is coming as a sixth agenda, programming. So it is not the first agenda in that. And the knowledge about the evolving technologies, what hardware is currently available, what software development is happening, everything. Of course, presentation also. So these are the things being taught in the MCA program. Now at this juncture, I want to show you one small video where a corporate person is going to talk about the industry requirement, as well as two successful students who have completed their MCA program with Marwadi University. They are here to share their experience. Watch the show.
The beauty of MCA is that being a master's program of 2 years, it gives an excellent opportunity to find the right kind of people in the industry to do your internship. Another advantage that the master's program offers you, the MCA offers you, is even if you are commerce field or arts field or a science field, you still can take up the MCA, because there are many areas within the MCA which gives you the ability to master skills to utilize your bachelor's degree knowledge that you have gained. So that is very important. And at the same time, you should remember that to follow your passion, you got to learn what you got to learn. So even if you have done, let's say, a commerce in your graduation and you now want to take your financial abilities into the computers, the MCA plays a very important role. So when it comes to doing an MCA course, this kind of a master's course, what is the most important question is which organization, which institute is going to give you the best of it. Believe me, you have to look for the best faculty, you have to look for the best infrastructure, you have to look for the best of the curriculum.
I believe that MCA would be a right program for students who are willing to join IT industry, because you have lots and lots of career options to choose from. You can choose to be a software developer, software test engineer, or a business analyst, or even a cloud architect. The main part that I liked about this MCA program was that it covered some of the advanced topics like artificial intelligence, cloud computing, or big data.
Well, MCA teaches you more deep things. You see, it's not just overall abstract things that you learn and you just have an idea of. It actually forces you to get into the deepness of the matters. You have to understand the computing systems at the very core. So it makes you more able to understand the details and the overall structures of every computing system that there is, which includes AI and emerging technologies. And MCA, the skills that you gather from MCA, it actually helps you with catering to the emerging technologies, AI and machine learning, and so many emerging technologies that you see in today's date are all the evolution of what we learn in MCA. So the basic core ideas of yours have to be very clear, and if you take it seriously, MCA will give you a bright, very bright future.
So that is the small thing about MSc program. Now we will move on to MSc Cybersecurity. From MCA to MSc Cybersecurity, we are shifting. Now what is the learning objective over here? Basically, one is expected to understand, or everyone is expected to understand, the security fundamentals. What is the cyber security? What is a virus? People are talking about Trojan horses. What are the Trojan horses? How to handle the memory resident programs, malicious programs, what is hacking, how to prevent it. What is ethical hacking? Ethical hacking, we do it with ethical sense, that is called ethical hacking. Then what are the steps involved in doing the ethical hacking? What are the modern tools available? Firewall, intrusion prevention system. These are the study we are going to study. We are going to learn in the MSc Cybersecurity. It is an upcoming new age program introduced 3 years ago, which is very, very successful, which is very, very demand. It's having very demand in the IT industry everywhere. Second is requirement gathering. Requirement gathering is, suppose you want to do ethical hacking, before that you will find to know the details of the target. So that is what is called requirement analysis. The ability to handle different types of tools, because we are going to study only tools, how to gather, how to do the penetration test, analysis, forensic, all those things are different tools you are going to operate in. There are Kali Linux available, there are Shodan available, right? Bob Suite available. These kind of tools you'll be studying under this cyber security. And ability to prepare a cyber security organization chart. This is also a trend now. Suppose some attack is happened in the organization, how to safeguard, it's called. So damage control. What are we going to do next step, and so on. And disaster recovery, and also the legal framework. What are the legal provisions are available in the IT Act 2000 and later implementations. This is what we are going to study in it's a full-fledged, highly practical oriented subject is MSc Cybersecurity and Cyber Law. So now we are going to see a small video where the people of the cyber industry and a couple of students who have successfully completed the MSc Cybersecurity will listen to their voice right now.
The basic need, okay, that the market is having right now is like WAPT, VAPT, digital forensics, and reverse engineering. These 4 points are there. If these 4 points are covered within a syllabus, okay, then that is the perfect syllabus for any cyber security enthusiast. Okay, that is all I wanted to say.
In our course, we got an opportunity to explore various topics from basics of cybersecurity and cyber law along with advanced practical approaches. Our course included various topics of networking, cyber law, cybercrime, cyber forensics, which had 2 wings of digital forensics and mobile forensics, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing of Android, iOS and web applications, a detailed practical session on ethical hacking, computer networking and mobile forensics.
We have studied a number of different tools of the same like Wireshark, Metasploit, Nmaps, Nessus, Bob Suite, etc. These tools are one of the best security software. It contains various tools for executing penetration testing services. These tools can quickly look for complex ciphers, encrypted logins, and hashtag passwords. Marwadi University has a huge placement base, around 250 plus companies. Came up for campus placements like from Amazon to Google. There are a number of pre-owned companies coming up. Students are getting a greater opportunity to explore themselves and reach a greater level.
So this is all about the cyber security and cyber law. Let's move on to the next one. So now we are in the juncture where we are here to understand the precise eligibility criteria of doing computer applications. So we welcome any graduate accepting BBA. We welcome any graduates, maybe BCA, BSc IT, BE Computer Science, BSc of any discipline, BCom and BA, provided you have done your mathematics, statistics, or business mathematics, any one at your graduation level or at least at 10+2 level. So this is the thing, and as far as the marks are concerned, you expected to score minimum 50% in the undergraduation. 5% relaxation can be given for reserved categories. Next. So now let us see what's this Marwadi University, why Marwadi University, and you got so many options available. So I'm here, everyone is doing fine. So it's not something like we are not here to talk about others. Everyone is having their own USPs and all. I'm here to present only Marwadi University's silent distinctions for you. Number one, we started, as I told you, we started as an integrated campus in the year 2009. Now, integrated campus has got its own unique advantages. Number one, you got abundant infrastructure, which is commonly shared across every courses. So you have placement drives happening, which is common, where students from engineering, students from MBA, students from MCA, all are participating. Companies, MNCs are interested majorly on integrated campus because one single visit, they are able to grab huge number of candidates for them. And it is a place where you can do interdisciplinary project also by combining yourself with students of any other discipline. As I told you, the infrastructure is one of the best. These are a couple of advantages in the integrated campus. If you take up the next advantage, this is the university, it has got an international flavor university. We are admitting students from 30 different foreign universities every year, minimum 30, and it's ever growing. So you can see a true international atmosphere while studying a course at Marwadi University. And you can come across certain unique verticals where you can see only in Marwadi, you can see very rarely outside. Number one is learning and development. With a separate division here, they provide a high impact soft skill training for the students as well as faculty development program, because we believe that faculty is not a destination, it's a continuous journey. We need to update ourselves at par with the student speed, at par with the industrial growth. So the learning and development takes care of the faculty development programs also. We have two dedicated verticals. Other two, yes, one is entrepreneurship. If you feel like I don't want to go for a job, I want to be an entrepreneur, we have a separate cell to guide you, to make you successful in the entrepreneurship. We also have a placement. It is not a mere placement, it is a training information placement office. These people are there to take care of your complete grooming and also bring the companies to the college, see that every single student getting placed. We do not have any filtration criteria. Even though some companies prefer like on the backlogs, they are very choosy, but we provide job opportunity to each and every student. We are considering them are important. Basically, it is a Bodhi tree. Marwadi University is a Bodhi tree showering on opportunities to every one of you. Then the couple of other things, like we have a career counselor and motivators whom can be met by the students at any point of time for your personal worries and problems regarding to your career. We have got a MOUs of two sorts. One is MOUs with the foreign universities for academic exchange, MOUs with the industries for increasing placements, providing value additions, and so on. Let's have the next one. Couple of two more very important features of Marwadi University I'm going to share. Number one is our parent institute, MEFG, Marwadi Education Foundation Group of Institutions, have got A+ accreditation by National Assessment and Accreditation Council. It is established by the central government, and that's a team. They visit universities to provide the accreditation of that. A+ is supposed to be the highest accreditation. Very few institutions across the India is having this, and probably the only institution is in entire Gujarat have grabbed this status of A+. One more recently we have come across in the newspapers is we have become a center of excellence recently. Our university has been granted the center of excellence, a kind of autonomy provided by the Gujarat government. Only 7 universities of the Gujarat have got this offer based on certain strict parameters. Those parameters are also listed here, maybe a quality education and research, path-breaking research, innovative teaching methodologies, what we do through the Learning and Development Initiative, quality extension services, maybe NSS, maybe finishing school value addition, maybe entrepreneurship, placements, and so on, high employability and entrepreneurship. These are the criteria they have considered. Based upon that, we have got the center of excellence. And this is the unique silent distinctions of the Marwadi University. We'll go to the next one. Now, as a dean, of my Faculty of Computer Applications. I'm really proud to talk about my own faculty, the Faculty of Computer Applications, one of the oldest faculties. Ever since MEPG started, we are existing. Okay, MCA, we started with MCA. Now we have added more courses into our cybersecurity, BCA, BSc, and so on. Now, we are famous for our consistency in terms of delivery, teaching learning process, placements, systems, and practices. We have a very, very strong alumni network. We have like a parents-child relationship with them. Every one of them, they are free to roam around the campus at any point of time. They are providing a lot of value additions for our students. They are participating in GD and PI sessions organized for our students. And secondly, they're also providing job opportunities through their network to our students. And we have a lot of industrial linkages for offering internship program, expert lectures, and so on, which is continuously being offered there. Faculty strength is one of the most precise plus point of Faculty of Computer Applications. We got many of us have completed their PhD. Some of them are in the verge of completing their PhD. If you consider Faculty of Computer Applications, most of them are very, very senior professors. If you consider their average span of experience, it is 8 years of experience they are having, one of the best in the region. And we have many, many unique concepts which are available in FOCA. Just for a sample, I'm quoting only one that is called English Speaking Club. Just to get rid of the mother tongue influence from you, even though some of you have got a problem, they have a good understanding of your regional language. While reciprocating, while you are talking, you get stuck somewhere. This is one kind of problem. Another kind of problem, even when you are talking English, it will look like your mother tongue, like Tamilish. When you are Tamil people will talk English in a Tamil way. Malayali, they have their own accent, and Gujarati, they got a peculiar way of communicating English. We have an English speaking club, just got a well-researched activities, just 30 to 35 activities. We do that very sincerely to improve the communication of all the students without any worry. These are some of the silent features of Faculty of Computer Applications. Go to next one. Yeah. Now here, I want to show a couple of photo gallery to show what industry supported labs we got. Every lab of FOCA is an industry supported lab. We have industry support with Automation Anywhere. We got industry support with we got Oracle. Okay, all these things, we got industry support of Oracle, Apple. These are the facilities available. Just take a glance of these photos. Go to next. The finishing school is a wonderful, wonderful facility in Marwari, particularly Faculty of Computer Applications, which has been established with the funding support of Government of Gujarat to impart certain special training for the students by inviting corporate personnel. We also offer parallel curriculum under finishing school. Your course is going MC or MSc. Parallelly, we will provide lot of certificate program every semester. When you are completing the course, you have a degree in left hand. You have set of certificates in the right hand with which you are approaching the companies for placements. 100% success is guaranteed for you, because what company offers, what company require only we are offering through the company personnel. The company personnel themselves, they come and deliver the program for you. So chances of getting selected is very, very positive over there. Can I have the next one? Now these are some couple of MOUs I'm just showing for educational enhancement with Amazon, Google, Oracle, ICT Academy. These people are part of the academics. They are also participating in academics. They're also providing value additions, and you become certified in these technologies. Next. This is our unique placement model, what Marwari provides. It consists of several entities. Some of them we already spoken. Pre-screening, ever since you join as a student, the screening will start, like to understand where you are. What exactly is your difficulty? 100 students are there, 100 different problems will be there, 100 different plus points will be there in the. So we need to understand that, and we have to work for every individual. That is the process of pre-screening. Once pre-screening is done, our continuous placement exercise will start in the name of CRP, Career Readiness Program, and SIG, special interest group program. These are the offerings for you. People who made up their mind to go for entrepreneurship, the entrepreneurship cell will take care of you, provide you a lot of training programs. Its model, we will see it in the next slide. We have motivators, we got English speaking club, domain training, mock GD, HR summit. These are the happenings when you come to the second year. When you come to the second year of the study, these processes will be added with your curriculum so that you become very much successful in the placement also. Next, now, is there any video now? I think we show a video now at this time to know that how we are balancing academic.
What company wants or look for when they hire a candidate for their organization. So apart from your professional credential and mark sheet and all, they also look for some other attributes. So I will little bit talk about these attributes. First is they look for a person with sharp IQ. You know, IT industry is ever changing, so you need to learn new things every day. So definitely sharp IQ is required so that you can learn things quickly. Communication is the another attribute. Communication here doesn't necessarily mean spoken English, but business communication we are talking about. How gracefully you can represent your ideas, your issues, and solution to stakeholders. That is what they look for. Apart from these two qualities, other qualities, if I may just list out, they look for confident personality. They look for a person with right attitude, how you are behaving under different circumstances, stressful situation, etc. That's what they look for.
So I've completed my masters in 2018 from Marwadi, and I believe that Marwadi was the perfect choice for me due to multiple reasons. To start with, I've seen a lot of improvement in my management skills, leadership skills, and even communication skills because of the programs and activities that I've participated in. My favorite part about MCA was the SIG training. So SIG is a special interest group training where you learn the ABCs of the corporate world, right from your aptitude to your interviews to even grooming and communication. Everything is taught to you in that program. Apart from SIG, they also have a dedicated placement and training cell where during the campus drive, a dedicated group of faculty will help you out with your interviews, your communication or aptitude. So there's no need to worry about placements. And they also have a tie-up with very good companies. Even I was placed from the campus drive. And I hope that you have a wonderful time like I had. Thank you very much.
Well, Marwadi offered me a unique platform to grow. There were people who were smarter than me, and many of them were around me long enough for me to learn a great deal from them. There are aspects about the strictness. Yes, I was a little unhappy about that back then, but I think it was for good, and it helped me bringing the discipline and the attention to detail that is required for any entrepreneur or any job that you are going to do in the next few years. So the faculties and the teachers were wise enough to challenge you on the intellectual level and forces you to work harder on problems. I had a good time back then.
Well, that's it for the video side. Next. Now these are the number of companies visiting us regularly. And last year itself, despite the pandemic situation, we could arrange the interview from 450 plus companies overall in the Marwadi University with a maximum package of 12 lakhs per annum. That is the strength what we have. And specifically for faculty of computer application, next slide. We have top recruiters ranging from 11 lakhs per annum to 5 lakhs per annum. And out of 450 companies visited last year, as I told, 176 companies came exclusively for the MSc, cybersecurity and MCA programs. This is another fact I wanted to share it with you. Next. This is our unique entrepreneurship model. Like you have an idea, bring that idea here, we will convert it into business plan. When the business plan is ready, we will provide you to space, guidance, everything, financial support, and also industry tie-up, so that you complete your entrepreneurship here in a full-fledged manner and start your independent working. This is our model of entrepreneurship. Go to next. Couple of statistics from our Marwadi University Entrepreneurship Cell, and see to that in 2020, 2021, approximately 30 startups have been initiated by us, and the amount which is released in terms of grant touched around 28 lakhs in the last year. Understand, we are working in the pandemic situation. This is one other fact I wanted to share it with you. While you are deciding about the institute, understand how technologically they are superb. Even among the situation, unexpected situation, natural disasters or a pandemic, unless their infrastructure is so strong, they cannot be in a position to deliver the requirement of the education industry. This is very, very important. Yesterday, I came across in one of the articles by one of our colleagues that he has stated very clearly, like the first and foremost thing is the ability by which they can roll out in the same way which when you used to come here directly, none of the students missed anything in the pandemic situation. That is because of the very, very strong infrastructure facilities what we have here in Marwadi. Go to next. So a couple of photos again. It's a technical club activities. All the time I was talking only about academics. Now we have a lot of opportunities being provided by the university for enjoyment also. This is one such thing. Technical learning is a technical club activity. It's a regular happening here. You will do some debugging, you will do some gaming and so on. Prizes will be distributed. Non-technical club also we are doing, like we do a lot of fashion show, okay, all those things also we are happening, and the selfie booth competitions we do, and we do a lot of recreational program, cultural programs we do. MU Fest is one of the best we used to have, and where more than 12,000 students participate from all across the country. Next. And we have a very good facility for sports also, that includes the indoor activities as well as outdoor activities. This is also available to us. And industry visits are regular happening because your learning sometimes starts outside. We call it as experiential learning. Experiential learning, you learn by yourself by seeing different kind of happenings across us. So industrial visit, we believe that could inculcate a lot of learning for you. This is also possible in the Marwadi University. We do it very, very regularly. And Cyber Safe Abhiyan is done by our MSc Cybersecurity Department, wherein we understand that the cyber is a major threat for basically youngsters. And some people, old generation people also, everyone is using a mobile phone. They may get cheated in that. So we decided like we wanted to provide a awareness every year in a very big way in the name of cyber security, Cyber Safe Abhiyan, thanks to our police commissioner of Rajkot city, and who has agreed to collaborate with us by encouraging this event, by providing sample brochures that can be distributed to all the public. And this we invited a lot of public students across the different centers, different schools and other colleges. It's a very, very successful. Every year we are doing that also. So my dear students, next thing, who think like, why Rajkot? Why Rajkot? Okay, people belong to other city, including Tamil Nadu, other places. I got very strong reasons for you for the question, why Rajkot, in the name of Rajkot attractions. Number one is, Rajkot is well connected by road, rail and air. We got all mode of transports available here. As per the survey, 7th fastest growing city of the nation. This is the second important thing. One of the most prominent education hubs of Gujarat. Here we got cluster of institutions. Out of them, we are proud to say that we are positioned number one here in terms of students' preferences, right? And consistent, we have like, once upon a time, we got 2 to 3 IT companies were there. Now we ourselves has 150 plus IT companies in Rajkot. They have an association called RITA, Rajkot IT Association. Forgetting that nearby IT hubs are being Ahmedabad, we have Gandhinagar, we also have in Baroda. So this is the thing, like we are able to provide a good placement support for the people. And it's a very good place for living, very cultured people are there. They know how to respect. And the situation, the weather conditions also quite soothing, quite comfortable at all the time. And yeah, you can think about shifting to Rajkot for a couple of years, nothing wrong with that. Next. So now this is a time for me to take a break and prepare myself for the question and answer session. Over to Ms. Kinjal Bhatt. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Before I wind up, let me share my sincere thanks to the corporate legends who participated in this small occasion. Mr. Nitin Bause, Verve Systems, Ahmedabad. Mr. Krishna Sharma, who is an ethical hacker and also our advisor in the cyber security. We have Mr. Pranav Vaishnav from Sybase for your participation and valid points for the student community. I'm also thankful to all the alumni who participated here, Harsha, Farin Vasaya, Purvesh, Vridhi, and so on. Thank you so much. Over to Kinjal Bhatt. I'm here to take up your questions after that, after Kinjal Bhatt's speech.
Thank you, sir. So many of you would be having a question in mind that, okay, we know about the courses, but what are the fee and what are the scholarships available? So for your information, the tuition fees for MCA is 42,500 per semester. And for cybersecurity and cyber law, it's 33,500 per semester. And attractive scholarships are available for the eligible students. Next, please. So to know more about these two courses, the syllabus or any other inquiries like what scholarships are available, you can always contact FOCA Admission Help Desk, where for MCA queries, you can contact Dr. Kalpesh Popat and Dr. Divyakant Meva, who are our eminent professors and are there for MCA inquiries. Their numbers are here. You can take a screenshot of your mobile or your laptop screen. Then for MSc Cybersecurity and Cyber Law, Professor Dimple Chauhan, who is Program Coordinator and expert for cybersecurity, as well as my number is given. So you can contact us anytime. Next, please. Yeah, so in case you want to know about what are the webinars provided by us or what are the activities we are doing for Marwar University, you can contact us on Facebook, then Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We all are available in all these platforms. Plus, our website is there, www.marwaduniversity.ac.in. You can just click on that and find all the details about the programs, about the syllabus, and other related details. Next, please. So here, before winding up the session, we would like to have the question answer session. So with your permission, sir, can we start?
Please carry on.
And
along with us, Dr. Sunil Bajeja,
yes.
and inviting Sunil Bajeja and also Ms. Dimple Chauhan into this forum to receive question answers from the audience.
Yeah, so
we are stop sharing now. Kalpesh can stop sharing now. Yeah. Right, we are ready now.
Yes. So the first question is asked by Darier. Sir, final semester exams are pending. Am I eligible for the admission? So I think Sunil Bajeja sir can answer this question.
Yes, the student who has raised this question is eligible, but he has to get confirmation only after his clear result is declared. Means student must have to pass the final examination. All semesters must be cleared. So okay. This will be, you can say provisional admission can be confirmed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, another question we have got is how can we become more challenging? I think Dr. R. Sridharan would be the right person to answer this question, sir.
Your question is not very clear. Challenges are part of our life, right? By taking up the challenges enthusiastically is the way to meet challenges. Okay, it's a psychological question. It is nothing to do our career guidance now. Next.
Okay, so the next question is by anonymous attendee. Sir, I want to know, according to you, which course is better, MSc Cybersecurity or MCA? Which has more scope of placements?
Both are having equal scopes, I would like to say. Depends upon your interest. If you can do programming at large, you choose MCA blindly. If programming is not part of your cup, right, is not your cup of tea, but still you want to associate with IT industry, we will teach you different tools and operations in cybersecurity. That would be a nice thing. But as far as job opportunities are concerned, both are giving equally. We consider both the courses equally in bringing companies for employment. There is no issue.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now we have another question from Rucha Joshi. She is asking, sir, what is best in your idea, MCA or 6 months or 1 year skilled courses in C plus or Java, etc. after BCA?
Skill courses are like fast food. Okay. If you can't invest your time, you want to go for a fast food, you need not even sit. You can stand up, you can order for a pani puri or pale puri, complete it and go. That's skill course. If you want to do a very, very systematic course, I would suggest a postgraduate program is better for you. That gives you very consistent mileage, consistent career opportunities later on that. If you are mastering only one particular technology, the technologies keep evolving over a period of time. What will you do after that? So that is the question remains here.
I want to add one thing in that, sir. Suppose once student gets a skill of any one technology, then student may get selected. But
Yes.
when it comes for the promotions and all, then they seek the degrees. So if student is having master degree, they will be getting the preferences.
Completely. Same thing I said. That's very good. Perfect.
So thank you, sir. Now we have another question from an anonymous attendee. Do we have jobs after BTech CSE?
Yeah, we are providing. We are providing. They are highly in demand, but we are not employment exchange. We are not providing. We are creating opportunities for BE students also. Right?
Okay. The next question is, when academic year start for MCA or cybersecurity?
Yeah, please answer. Sunil Bajeja, sir.
Madam, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, when the academic year for MCA or cybersecurity, MSc cybersecurity will start?
Most probably the starting of this MCA and MSc first year would be August end. But depending on pandemic situation, this may vary also.
Okay, thank you, sir. So next question is, sir, what we can do if we are weak in coding, but want to go for IT industry?
I gave the answer just now. You want to go to IT industry, MSc cybersecurity is there. Now I want a Dimple to talk about what is being taught in the MSc cybersecurity.
Yes. So as Sir mentioned in his PPT, means in his presentation also, that we are teaching this stuff. We are teaching the subject through the tools-based technology. We are using. We are dividing our entire syllabus or entire course in 3 categories. We are focusing each and every area of the cyber security. So initially we are focusing on the basic background, that is networking is required for the cyber security. Some kind of programming details are required, programming stuffs are required to build up the knowledge into the development of the tools also. So first category is about networking, cyber security, cyber law, and basic coding technology. Then after, second category is about how you can analyze the code, how you can analyze the system organization vulnerability, how you can test the different website, Android application, iOS application. So second phase is about testing, malware analysis, penetration testing, then after cloud security. So that is the second category. And the third category, after testing, we need to perform some kind of forensic investigation on that. So the third category we are focusing, that is forensics, digital forensics. In that we are focusing on network forensics, mobile forensics, then RAM forensics, disk forensics. So there are many other categories we are focusing in that, and we are upgrading our syllabus, we are upgrading our tools and terminology as per the market requirement. We are providing a value addition courses for each and every new technology comes into the cybersecurity, because cybersecurity is every day they are providing some new stuff, new technology, new ethics, new tools. So we are trying to give our best to our students, and we are providing them good opportunity to place himself in the very good companies. We are also having the specialized lab, dedicated lab for the all the cybersecurity practicals. We are having separate networks about for the same. I hope that is clear
Yeah.
with you guys.
Thank you, ma'am, for such useful details about cybersecurity. Now, our next question is from Vipul Kumar. How to join the technical club of the university? I think,
Sunil sir can
So,
answer.
yes.
I'll answer. See, Vipul, if you want to join technical club, then any of the course you must have to join either MCA or MSc Cybersecurity in Faculty of Computer Applications at Marwadi University. So, being a student, you will be automatically eligible for the any of the club membership. Either you can go for 3 or 4 different clubs are running. Cyber club, then open source club is there, mobile club is there, so you can be part of any of the club activity.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, another question is there that cybersecurity needs a knowledge of programming language. They are asking.
In cybersecurity, we require basic logic stuff in any of the programming language. And if it is not clear, then also we are starting our a course with that from the basic, from the scratch. So whatever the basic coding is required, we are also providing the special courses for them.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Now, the next question is from Divya. She is asking if programming is weak, then also can we go into the MCA and get successful in it?
Yes, Divya, you have to work little bit harder than other students, but you can easily complete your MCA with little bit extra efforts. And for if you are weak in programming, then we have a concept of bridge course. So once you join the course, either MCA or MSc, you have to undergo a bridge course in which we will try to ensure that whatever the basic fundamental concepts are there, you are clear with that. So if you will not be clear with the concepts, we will make the concepts clear. Whatever basic concepts are required for either MCA or MSc cybersecurity. So I hope once you join this course, either of MCA or MSc, you will undergo a bridge course, which will make all concepts clear.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now, the next question is how cybersecurity is difficult for weak students. So, I think the question is like, is it difficult for weak students, cybersecurity, madam?
Uh, Cybersecurity course, we cannot say it is difficult, but we prepared in such a way that whatever difficulty you will face, you are going to face in this course, we are here to solve all those queries. We are here to solve all those harder part to the special students. We are having a special PSC category. In that we train the student as per their knowledge, as per their skill enhancement requirement. So we are having a special strategic coaching for them also. So if they are weak, we are giving our best. We are giving them a special training for all those areas.
Okay, that's really good, ma'am. So, next question is again in the same line. The attendee is asking is if our basics are not clear, then shall we go for masters or not?
Yes, you can go for that. As Sunil sir also said that we are having this special breach course, and under that we are providing all the basic necessary coding details or whatever the basic requirement for the masters. We are training the students for the same.
Okay. So we are now taking our last question. The attendee is asking, is there any scholarship for general category students? Because all the colleges are providing scholarships to SC and OBC caste only. So, Sunil sir?
See, scholarships are totally based on performance, and the scholarships are provided by Marwadi University Management. And whatever this SC, ST category wise scholarships are available, they will be provided by the government. And our university is happy to help in that also. So, whatever the category is applicable to you, you can get the scholarship from that also. So whatever process is required, whatever supporting documents are required from our side, we will be definitely providing that. But whatever scholarship we are providing, that is totally performance based. So suppose you are getting admission in the first year of MCA or MSc, so whatever the scholarship we will offer, that will be based on your graduation result. And once you clear the first year, your second year scholarship will be based on the first year result. So your performance is good, your scholarship is good. So that much simple it is.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for providing such an useful information to our students. Rest, as I told you, for any details regarding scholarship or your admission, you can always contact our admission help desk. And one more thing before we end this session, kindly provide your feedback in the section. I'm giving you the link for the feedback. So we would like to have your feedback for this session. Just a minute. So please find this link for the feedback of this session. In case you are having any query or questions, you can also provide your queries and questions through this feedback form also. And we will get back to you as soon as we are receiving your questions. So here we are declaring this session at the end. Thank you very much, participants and panelists, for being with us and providing all the answers to the queries raised by the students. Thank you all and wish you all the best. Sir, your mic is mute, Sridharan sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kalpesh Papad, who has made this, and also the marketing team who supported this event to happen. So we're planning for more than 6 months to do this. And thank you, Kinjal, also for your valuable comments, questions. Thank you very much.